let's get this started now that we have the bands. Again, it's a best of 3. The 2 best French players versus some up-and-coming Halo players here. Going down on Bedrock. Again, best of 3. Bedrock, Frontier, and Rift. Curious to see how this is going to play out. I've never heard of Joker or Outlet, but I'm excited to see some great gameplay here. Again, 2 of the best French players. Going to see WS Shack and RTS Major, who are going to opt in for Yap Yap and Trox. Going down on Bedrock. Again, Bedrock is a lot of minis on the map. This is a fantastic map for Yap Yap. But it is also a fantastic map for Vortis, which Outlet has opted in for. And we're going to see Arbiter opted in for. Joke's on you. Excited to see this gameplay here. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure the stream is on the right scene. Looks like we are all set. Everything looks fantastic. Scores updated. Let's get into this round here. So again, we're going to take a look at WS Shack here. Again, he's Yap Yap, so we're probably going to want to see a lot of overextension coming out of Yap Yap, but let's see what side he is on. Is he on the Vortis side? He is going to be on the Vortis side, so stealing minis is going to be a little dicey coming out of the Yap Yap player. For Shack, who's going to open up a double supply of pads and fodder, respectively. He doesn't have the power on his side, just has the blue, but again, we're going to see if he's going to opt in to steal some of these minis. I doubt he's going to want to. We're seeing a Gen 1st build coming out of RTS Major. And Major's definitely going to want to fight for this power. He sent all 3 of his grunts in the center there. We're not seeing that ones play coming out of these players here. They're really, really accenting the side lanes here to pick up that big supply and that big power off to the side. Let's take a look at Joker here, who's going to be a Gen 3rd build. Has already picked up his first mini here. Not going to take any chances against Yellow, the Atriox player there. Take a look over here. Gen 1st coming out of Outlet, who is Vortis. Was that Gen 2nd or Gen 1st? One of the 2. But Red has already overextended once. You're going to see a little bit of the Yap Yap mines coming out there with some fodders and overextend on to the Vortis player. I'm expecting to see a lot of population, but again, I have not seen these players before. I do not know a lot of their habits. I do know some of the habits coming out of Shack and Major here. So a lot of the L is going to be taking. The yell is going to be secured by the Atriox player. Atriox is going to see that Council Fifth. He's got no problem getting that out. He still has another bundle of his gas on the front there. That War Council is going to be producing that leader very early on here. 2 minis secured by Yap Yap. Again, we didn't see that overextension on the Vortis. We're seeing a scout coming out of red. We're going to see that Rex already up here. And it's going to be a little bit of an issue if Yap Yap doesn't start getting those choppers online. Yap Yap hasn't opted in for a double generator quite yet. He's going to pick up 3 minis here. We're probably going to see a chopper pump. Nice scout coming out of light blue as Red is already scouted. And Red's going to finally steal that base in the backside and steal a second base there. Right under the nose of Joker there. Take a look at Joker, who's already have a raid camp up. That's going to be 4th. And setting down a second generator on his 5th pad here. Has a council up front. Again, we're seeing the Arbiter and Vortis versus Yap Yap and Trox. Doesn't look like we're seeing. I haven't seen the Chosen's points yet, but I don't know if he's going to opt in for an expansion build here. We haven't seen their double mini picked up on red and yellow side, but red is doing a great job getting eyes everywhere, secured. The overextended on the gas on the front side of there of light blue there. And he's going to see this picked up on the side here. So a lot of information. Again, he's stolen a lot of mini bases here, but he's got to be careful. If red does get aggressive, and it doesn't look like he's getting aggressive. Looks like he pumped out a couple of grenadiers to deal with some infantry here. But Shack and Major definitely have a plan, already working on their first node. I've already given blue side something to deal with as they've stolen that mini there. That's going to be canceled by Shack, but he did get away with that back one there. That let's see if blue does have an idea about to have a grunt set on the backside there. So that's going to be the focal point there, probably for blue team. They're going to want to deal with that mini and not anything happen. And red's going to take advantage of that time frame and secure some nodes here. No second gen. Again, a lot of minis taking out of red, and we're seeing that chopper pump. And no, there's the second generator coming out of Shack. Nice and safe in the back here. Trox has not opted in for a expansion build. Looks like we're just going to see a nice leader build accented by most likely some choppers or grunts.
Our base is under attack.
Look at what Yellow's building. Let's see what Yellow's building. Yeah, we're going to see some choppers in the Trox. late racks coming out of the trucks, and they're just going to bound here as they start to take map control and take some center control there. Vortis has not overextended yet, barely getting his second brood out there to deal with that back mini. And we're going to see light blue take advantage of this combat spoils. We see the little box above the units here, and that means that they are gaining resources from attacking an enemy base here. Grenadiers have overextended. They've run into a chopper here. And it looks like the choppers are inbound. Look at this quadruple pump of choppers coming out of Shaq. 4 minutes, 30 seconds, and he's got enough choppers to deal with anything here. Light Blue's going to waste his Grenadier drop as 2 Grenadiers go down to a handful of choppers, and Shaq's going to have no problem dealing with that. Definitely expecting a lot of aggression, and Vortis had a time frame in which he could have done a lot of damage due to the many minis taken by Shaq, and Shaq is upgrading everything here. He's got already an extra harvester upgraded there. He's got 2 on the main here, and has upgraded his second gen there, so he's looking in great shape for his eco to get whatever he wants to do. He's opted in for an early base here. We've already seen the mine combo come down here along with the turrets. Third point already being spent by red and yellow.
They send a vehicle against us.
Outpost constructed.
It looks like, again, they're just taking every single node. Pure map control. Mine's still on the floor here, overextending to their front node here, and they're starting to sniff out the inexperience coming out of blue. Trox overextending's in a face-off against Arby here. Both leaders look picked up, but that is a Vet 1 Trox who's been taking those nodes. Arby's Y ability goes down. Some stuns coming out of the choppers. It leaves him vulnerable and not being able to attack. That's going to be one-shot suicides coming in. Choppers the accented, and that leader is going to go down. That Vet 1 Trox, a scary unit T1. We saw what it did on Frontier. Let's take a look at Vortis here, who's opting in for Brutes and Grenadiers and a leader. Very defensive play coming out of Vortis. Normally you see him overextending, doing a lot of damage, but Red's going to finally push up with the choppers here and try to take on this Vortis. He has not seen the units yet. He's hunting for them. Apply a little bit of pressure onto the mini here. And again, the choppers are just such good units. T1 for the Banished. Take back a look at yellow. Both players pressing on. Again, 5 nodes all taken by red. Expansion is already online. Complete map control and dominance. Their ecos are looking fantastic. Already in T2, and Shaq's classic Banshee build coming out of Yap Yap. That's going to be 4th point already for red and yellow there. That's a massive early lead on points there. It looks like blue is going to finally challenge here. Looks like yellows, if we look at the bottom right, has opted in for an expansion. It looks like he's going to back on up here and try to rally with blue. Slam comes down out of the Vortis leader. And that 4th point being spent there, the Grunt Dome. He's going to try to hold here with Banshee soaring on in as we look at the mini-map in the bottom right-hand corner. Invig comes down to keep the units alive. This Grunt Dome's shield is almost down here. And we're going to see yellow come down with the beam. Trox's 4th point as well. Splits coming out of light blue. Great splits. Then Vig keeping units alive. 3 choppers gone. We're seeing the Banshee stack on the extra base. It's been expanded. 3rd gen set down. Another Apex coming down. More Harvesters coming down. Just pure Banshee spam coming out of Shaq. Take a look at Trox, who's finally going to get a little frisky here and push on up. He's already taken that leader out. Dark Blue has already opted in for a 2nd generator and a rack still. And Dark Blue is floating a lot of blue here, but we're not seeing a lot of units. 32 population versus 74 population coming out of the Trox, who's already sitting on expansion and should be in tech here. Marauders coming out. 2nd gen down. No 3rd gen coming out of RTS Major here, but he's too busy doing a lot of work. T1, we're seeing a Hunter in this mix. A vetted Trox who is tier 2. Joke's on you, is going to be building in front of his base. He's got a lot of base damage there. If he can make him play, that'd be fantastic. But it doesn't look like Trox wants to fully push in. It looks like they're going to try to come pick on light blue here. Again, pure map control. All 5 nodes have been taken for red team. This is great for their economy. They've checked in for an expansion. They've taken out the double mini here. He's taken out his back mini and secured it as well. And now they're going to push on to light blue here because Shaq must be calling out, hey, this guy doesn't have a lot of units. Just going to be Grenadiers here. So we're seeing some Rangers and Hunters in the mix. You see this battle coming down. And there's the turret mine combo on a lot of the units there. We're going to see some stuns come down, accented by Trox's counter ball here. Goo's coming down, so Trox is going to pop his bulwark. Banshee's in the sky. Leaders here that are upgraded with shrapnel shards and be able to heal up some units here. Light Blue is finally in T2. And this is going to be a 2v1, and Dark Blue is trying to catch on up here, but he doesn't have a lot of units to be able to deal with what's on the field. Invid comes down to try to heal the base. Arbiter's going to teleport in and get his Conduit of Rage going. Suicides come in. The Banshees in the sky are not taking any damage to those Suicides. And the Elite Enforcers trying to attack the damage of the Banshees, but they don't do a lot of damage there. Trox is going to foot the bill here and sit front. He's already vet 2. And this match is already looking like it is going to be over as this 2v1 is pressing on. And that's 5th point there. We're going to see the Methane Party come down on Light Blue. We're going to see a Stasis come down to freeze the units, but that's already going to be done for Light Blue's base. And they're going to move on over here to Dark Blue. Again, these 2v2s are going to show how well you know the game, the knowledge of the game, alongside some teamwork and builds. We saw Mighty Hoax and Cars do a fantastic job with their builds. And how in sync they are with their communication and movement on the map. But I mean, if you look at all 5 nodes, that's already putting these teams in such a huge spot. Dark Blue is still trying to pump. Looks like Light Blue thinks he can still be in this game. He's going to pick up an expansion there, which hasn't been scouted, but it looks like this, again, another 2v1 is about to go down on Dark Blue's base.
Banshee here.
Yeah, and it looks like RTS Major's opting in. Still sticking to T2 build. This is the last season kind of gameplay that I'm still currently used to. He's going to build some Locusts, a little counter ball. Getting some fortified, his shield, going to play it nice and slow and safe. And it looks like Shaq's already upgraded his 2nd base to a T3 base, or a T2 base. Another Grunt Dome coming down. Trox's shields are popped there. Looks like all of the units are done for Dark Blue. Trying to get a turret up. Just got into tech, but this is a lot of population. Again, 0 and 3 population versus 99 and 98, all sitting at front of your base. And we saw Dark Blue and Light Blue try to populate, but they just didn't utilize their units as they should have. Push on up, take some map control, apply some pressure. Definitely have some very aggressive leaders that can play T1. Definitely could have contested T1 against these 2 leaders, the Yap Yap and Trox. But we didn't see any aggression. We just saw them kind of take it nice and slow, build in front of their base. But as we saw, red and yellow moved completely throughout the map. They were able to steal a mini. They were able to keep the eyes on all over the map due to Yap Yap spotter. And we're seeing that classic Banshee gameplay coming out of Shaq here, who's just been ahead this entire time. Again, there's no repeats, and the bans are going to be no Desi or no Jerome coming out of these 2 players. And that's going to be a victory towards Shaq and Major. Again, the 2 out of the 3 best French players that we're going to see, and they're going to win that map very, very easily as we move on to the next map here. So again, it's a best of 3. Game number 2 is going to go down on Frontier. And again, this is going to be such a small map, especially for a 2v2. You have to populate T1, and you have to be able to move around the map and make some great decisions there. We saw a curious build coming out of the game before, which was going to be Mighty Hoax and Cars and Cameras, who did a great job with an early leader build, accented by a population build coming out of Mighty Hoax. So I'm curious to see what WS Shaq and Major do here. We do like to see them take their time. They like to do that macro gameplay. Right, we're going to move on to map number 2 here. So it's going to go down on Frontier. That first one's going to be given to Shaq and Major there. Again, guys, I haven't played this game in so long. I haven't casted in a while either, so bear with me here. But again, this is still round number 2 of the tournament that's hosted by Sir Liam. He's also streaming as well. If you want to check out exactly what I'm talking about, you can type in exclamation bracket down below to see the participants, the teams, and the current standing in the bracket. Again, that is exclamation point bracket, and that should pop up with the link. You can go ahead and click on that and follow along there. Jumping into round number 2, Dark Blue and Light Blue have already opted in for their leaders. Shaq and Major contemplating on what they should push here. Looks like Shaq's gonna lag out there. How do I friends? Party, Shaq, kick, yes. And we'll wait for him to rejoin. Yeah, it looks like Shaq lagged out there. We're gonna wait a second as he joins back in. If you guys are enjoying the content, go hit the follow button. There's also a donation command if you want to hit that. 31 viewers, welcome to the stream. Again, we are watching the 2v2 tournament hosted by Liam White. Prize pool is massive today. As we can see, first place is going to be $380. Second place is going to be $60. Third place is going to be $30. And this is exclusively thrown on by Sir Liam. So if you want to join for future tournaments, go ahead and join his Discord. We'll host him later on. We will see semifinals and finals showcased on his channel, so you'll be able to join future Discord to get some information on future tournaments there. Shaq has joined the party. Let's get this game number 2 going here. Again, if you want to follow along the bracket, exclamation point bracket down below, click the link. There should be a timer set as well that will pop up. Again, Joker and Outlet already ready to go. They look like they want to try to come back. They have to win this game to take it to game number 3 to try to take out the 2 best French players who have joined up for this tournament. Again, competing for first place, which is going to be $380, and that's going to be thanks to a couple of donators. The biggest one is going to be New York Legend, who opted in for an extra $100 at the last minute for first place, which is going to make this an amazing tournament that's working out so far. Again, there's going to be no repeats, and there's one ban per team. We're seeing Desi and Jerome being banned from both sides. And we're now seeing Frontier, another aggressive map. It's a small map coming out here for round number 2. And we're going to see Colony and Forge coming out of Red Team versus Shipmaster and Colony. So a little bit of a mirror here. Very curious to see if Joker and Outlet are going to apply some pressure. Again, they need to win the series. I mean, this map to be able to tie up the series and try to progress down this bracket. There is no losers bracket. It's just one and done, so they have to make some moves here. Let's check out RTS Majors open a chopper and Gen first. Who is he? He's going to be Colony. Check out the Forge over here. Gen second build with a Marine opener. He's going to be able to secure his yellow, probably most likely uncontested as yellow. I mean, as Light Blue is going to want to contest the yellow up front here. We're seeing all 3 grunts come up front here. See if one breaks off. We're doing a double supply pad opener with the grunt opener as well. A chopper opener coming out of Joker here is doing a supply build. And he's going to want to secure this yellow. It's on off to his right-hand side there. Curious to see where that chopper is going to go. So we're seeing Shipmaster's units already working on some nodes here. So it looks like they want to get some power going. Shaq with the Gen second coming out of Forge here. It's going to be uncontested for the power off to the side. It looks like he has a rally point set to take his node there very early on. Gen first build. Probably going to see that leader come out very early here. Neither team has secured any minis here, and Shaq notices it. That Q sent his chopper to challenge up here, and he's going to take their respective mini on their side. Dark Blue is in a position to recover to take the one on the opposite side there, but he doesn't have a lot of time. He's got to take it now. And Red Team is not spending the money on taking that mini. They've taken the front and back one Shaq not hesitating on taking any minis here. He's going to want to populate. Like I said, twos is going to be a lot of population here and a little bit less of macro. Shipmaster have already taken out one node there.
War Council constructed.
He's going to Rax come out. But again, Dark Blue has not taken any yellow there. His respective yellow is there, and he's kind of late on that, so he's not going to be able to upgrade this gen right away, and he's already putting down a Rax. He's not going to be able to utilize that as much as he wants. We're seeing the overqueue coming out. 3 grunts. He doesn't have a second mini. You want to pick up at least 1 mini to be able to try to pump, because if not, you're lost with this overqueue, and it looks like you have population, but you really don't. It's not sitting on the field. It is in queue. Red team has now secured both front minis and the respective back mini, and that's going to be the issue for Dark Blue here. I mean, that's going to be, yeah, well, that's going to be the issue actually for Light Blue, who's going to want to populate it, but he's not going to be able to. He's also overqueuing, and has set a second generator down on Frontier. These players should know that this is a very small map, and it's going to be a very aggressive T1 here. They'd have less than a minute before the first engagement is going to be coming down here. They've already worked on one node here. They've already challenging this front mini that they should have bought. But that just comes down to game knowledge here. Again, we're seeing the overqueue there. Seeing Shaq opt in for a Rax. We're not seeing the leader coming out of Forge. It looks like it's to be Marine Flamers, maybe Marine Snipers. We're seeing the taunt being upgraded and the leader out for the colony. Now, it looks like he's opting in for some engineers. Might be some Skidder engineer play. They definitely want to be able to rally together as they fight here. Again, 3 minutes and 30 seconds is normally the target time that you're going to see teams engage on this map. Sometimes a little bit earlier, as we saw, depending on the build, coming out of Cars and Cameras and Mighty Hoax. Colony's going to press on up as one node has been taken. Second node is being worked on for the center of the map. And Light Blue still has not taken any of his yellow. He's been focused on taking out that mini. Dark Blue and Light Blue just so behind here. Snipers coming out. Hunter Captain is here. Shipmaster's going to extract out of that. He's got some more units here. They're going to try to challenge some of the snipers here that are on the map. Again, that mini was taken out by Light Blue, but it's going to be re-picked back up by Red Team here. This Hunter Captain is pressed all the way up. They're going to notice the yellow not taken there, and that's just extra goodies for Red Team. The French players are on it here. They're going to opt in for an expansion after getting a double generator here. They're nice and comfortable here. They know the caliber of players that they are playing against here, and they know they can kind of get away with what they want here. We're seeing yellow Relo point set for an overextension here. Finally, second generator coming out of red as enough NGs are in the sky for him. Skidder engineers are going to be probably attached to that. Red team right there with that early node is going to end up getting a lot of power here. They're going to be in Tech 2, but it's going to be too little too late. Again, such a small map. You should expect some T1 gameplay here. And we're just going to see this 2v1 be pushed up to the very first player that red and yellow sees. And that's going to be Outlet, who's going to end up being Shipmaster. Shipmaster got to survive a little bit longer to get that 4th point, but it looks like they're a long way from that 4th point, as we have not even reached 3rd point here. We haven't seen the beam come down on defense or anything. Turret coming up, going to be focused by yellow. Here comes Dark Blue to try to save the day as his colony. Players opted in for some Goliaths. Scatter bomb coming down on those units there. They should have seen a taunt to try to accent that scatter bomb. A little bit of miscommunication there.
Under attack.
And Red's going to opt in for his leader drop there. He's going to attack some of these units as his leader. I mean, his Goliath drop as his leader deals with these units here. Dark Blue, just like that, has lost a lot of his units. We're going to see that leader in the background here. Yellow's going to back on up and try to get his snipers forward. See the Hunter Captains go at it here in just a second. Dark Blue's Hunter Captain's shield's already halfway down. Red's here to challenge it. Yellow's going to back him on up and soar on up here. Sniper's finally rallying in. And that Hunter Captain is going to be dead. Suicide come in. Could make a play here. Nope, it's going to sit there and kind of explode. Seeing the heal coming down. Shield's not even popped out of red. Does have those skidders attached. Dark Blue does not have those skidders attached. And he's now lost his only defense as the Shipmaster begins to get stripped here. Red and yellow playing so well. Every single node taken on their side of the map. Outlet sitting on 1,400. Yellow here, but no blue as these begin to be stripped. And that's a complete strip coming out of there. Outlet's going to be taking out of the game there. Barely seeing that third point and that beam coming down for him. Never seen Dark Blue turtle up here just a little bit. Suicide's coming on out. Dark Blue gonna see his colony drop. Last drop here, but that's gonna be too little too late. Not very helpful in this instance to be able to fight this army, which is Marine snipes. Again, Outlet sitting on 1700 yellow. His teammates nowhere near T2. No units coming out of either team. Light Blue's going to opt in for an expanse to try to stay in the game, but this game, again, we're just seeing a repeat of last. A lot of aggression coming in. A lot of map control and aggression coming out of red and yellow. Definitely seeing the experience coming out of these two players who know the game very well. Probably playing against some a little bit less, well, a lot more less experienced players here. But great efforts coming out of Dark Blue. Again, we're seeing the two best French players go at it here. They want to climb this ladder and fight for that first place prize, which is $380. Great payout for a 2v2 tournament. We're seeing that fourth point there, all ready for these for yellow, which is going to be Forge. Finally got his leader out. It's taken expansion. Third gen already set there. Investing a lot into that infantry T1. That unit that has been such a struggle to fight is now going to be that much stronger as he is T2 now with skidders attached. Both players expanded already, and just very, very natural gameplay coming out of red and yellow. Very fluid, very cliche. Again, I want to see these players go at it against as they move on down the bracket here. We are not seeing a losers bracket here. Again, it's one and done, so you have to give it your all here. And red and yellow have definitely have Dark Blue definitely have to hit the drawing board here and try to come up with some new strats and get a little more experience as they next time that they want to play in one of these high-end tournaments with a lot of big names that we're seeing out so far. Curious to see the bracket as it progresses on, and that is going to be game number 2 there. That series is going to be given to red and yellow, which is the two best French players, Shaq and Major, taking that easy W there.